Hey everybody, Marion the Barbarian here. Got a shave for you today. See, I didn't say a great shave because I can't say it every time. Got an awesome shave. You just can't do it every time. Every time. But anyways, today's shave, I'm gonna pose a question. So, Ecto cooler. Maddie Lindholm made this for me. Raza did the label, and we did a few runs, sold it. Never did a splash or anything to match it. So I'm gonna try to tub load it. We're going to use a Maddie, I believe this is oak, with a 24 millimeter Maggard synthetic. Maddie turned this for me. I have one of each of his handles, like all the designs. I still have them all. This is still my favorite. Second is the Frank Stromberg design. So we're going to load from the tiny tub. We're going to face lather today. But the question I'm going to pose is, I still get hit up for this soap. This time, if I have Maddie do it, if he's got time to do it, I want to pay him up front. So I'll probably wait till I get an income tax return if I get one this year, and place an order from it. But with that question, I want to pose, are people interested? If you are, comment below if you never got the soap and you want it. Or if you got the soap and you want more. Because I do know some people that bought like 3 soaps and they used it all the time. And if you would like a matching splash, I'll find an artisan to make the splash. I've got one in mind. But before I even ask the artisan, I've been trying to get someone to ask the artisan for me, but I'll ask them myself, depending on my answers here. Do you want a matching splash? Would you like a matching splash? I could always have Maddie do a matching balm, but the issue with balms is I would like to get some of that money back, and balms tend to sit on my shelf for a while. Y'all know me, sorry, had to rinse the tub. They just sit for a while. Not that Maddie doesn't make a good balm, just balms aren't as popular as splash. And I'm guilty of that because I prefer splashes to balms generally. But my issue with the sorry, I was thinking about something else when I started my story, but I just don't use a lot of balm. But when I do, I am happy for the ones I have. But I have more balm than I could probably use in the next 3 years in the way that I use balms. So that could all change at some point. Ecto Cooler is an orange scented soap with menthol, if you did not know. After the drink made by High C in the 90s for the Real Ghostbusters TV show. And they continued to carry it even after the show was canceled because it was so popular. Now I think it's something like Green Tangerine or something like that is the name for it. But it's still Ecto Cooler. But yeah, let me know below if people are interested and would want a splash. And if so, I may try to work out a run and do everything where everything's paid in advance and everybody gets, that way I don't have to wait till I sell the product. Maddie's always been cool about that, never even had any issues with it, but I would just like it to be taken care of up front this go around so I don't have to keep and remember, If that's the case, I'd probably order some of his other scents as well, because other people have hit me up occasionally, not as much as they used to, and I think Maddie's been hooking people up directly in the United States, which is awesome and fine with me. I feel bad. I've been out of touch with like a lot of people lately. I feel like a bad friend, because people like Maddie were awesome when I started this hobby. They embraced me, they helped me out, Johan. I just don't talk to people like I used to. A lot going on in life, but I'm sure those people have a lot going on and they'd like somebody to reach out and be like, hey man, how are you doing? What's going on? So, feel a little bad sometimes. Still working it in because it is not fully hydrated, guys. We are using the TRC DE safety razor. Could you guess? Like that's what we're using today. I could use a straight razor, but I've been shaving pretty much daily. 36 hours apart. My neck's been uncomfortable. So I just don't feel like using that straight razor. Not that a DE is necessarily any better, but I am using the TRC DE safety razor, and I'm using a Lord blade. I don't know if this is the one that's as mild as I remember, but generally I remember Lord and Big Ben being some mild blades. So I may not even get the best shave out of this, but we are going to give it a go. I'm still going to keep adding water, guys, like, because I'm looking at it. And we can keep going. We got some warm water going today too. And it's nicely mentholated. It's not cold outside, but it's not warm. I don't mind the menthol. Used to not be a fan of menthol at all, man. Like, even Cremo menthol I did not like. It's something that I've gotten used to though. This side seems a lot more hydrated, but I think it was thicker when I painted on over here. So we'll just keep building this side for a little while, then try to move some lather to the other side. Hydrate over here. Look at that. It's a great knot, great brush. I like this size handle. Like, I like how DK called my Duke like a tiny handle, and in my opinion, I like the size. And it's traditional size, let's put it that way. Like, that's a traditional sized handle, unless you get like one of those Barber long handle ones, kind of like TDR can make. Or those double duck ones. Oh, we're blooping. I hope I didn't bloop a lot off and end up having enough for the shave. We're gonna say this is good enough. I've made better lathers. Other people make better lathers. We do have some bubbles going on. Bubbles! Boobles. Boobles, boobles, boobles. So here we go. Oh, you know what? Let's get that sideburn all the way up there. There we go. We'll just get it into the hair. We don't care. There we go. Oh, and it is the green wrapper Lord, like I was saying. Stainless, made in Egypt. I don't know what the exterior pack looks like. But, I guess I don't know what the exterior pack looks like, because these, I think, were just sent to me, like, you know when, like, someone sends you something and they're like, hey man, yeah, I'll send you this. Or you buy something off of BST and, like, someone always throws a handful of blades in there. That's what I've got. I got hands full of blades in a box somewhere. And I've still got feathers sitting over here. I'm out of the Astra greens that were just loose that I had grabbed out of the box. And I don't necessarily have issues with feather. That's the thing. I don't have issues with feather. Sure, they're sharp, but I don't feel like they're rough. But because of the idea that they're aggressive or super sharp, that is why that's why I went for the Lord, because I remember really being a crappy blade, like doing multiple passes and never getting a BBS. But I don't look for BBS, to be honest. I'm gonna open that up again. I really look for damn fine shave. But there are some days that, you know, I chase that dragon. Just can't be helped. Nice and cooling. I would say that this menthol level, DK will still say this is entry level, but I referred to Astoria by Moon Soaps as entry level, and I would say that the menthol is less on Astoria. It's personal opinion, just going off the way this feels on my face. Astoria never felt this cold. So if you got Astoria and you think that menthol is like super weak, or you know, it's just right, I'm just trying to give you a level of a gauge for those that may be interested in soap, because I am, like I said, I'm going to try to figure out, make an order, pay Maddie in advance, and we do the thing right. We do it like a real release, have a date, and tell people you know, let me know. I would just do pre-orders, but you'd be surprised, like, how you can only get like 5-6 people that want it in advance, and then you'd like make it for 5 or 6 people, and then like 20 people come out of the woodwork. They're like, hey man, can I get that? That's so awesome. I never saw that release. And it's like, it's not a release. It's kind of like, y'all get it. Like, I got a YouTube channel. I got a buddy that makes really good soaps, and I had an idea, and he helped me out with it. And that's what it boils down to. And again, let me know with the splash. Because some of you may have Ecto Cooler and want the splash. And if that is the case, kind of let me know, because that means I'll just have more splash made than soaps. I didn't comment on Maddie's video, but he used a lemon lime today. His MLSS lemon lime, and I'm here to tell you, that scent is my favorite Maddie scent. Like, once he's made, it's very reminiscent of like a lemon meringue or key lime pie. Very much enjoy it. May not do a video next few days because I haven't done a shave off camera, and sometimes shaving off camera is really nice, and then sometimes it gets to where you don't even want to shave anywhere but on camera. It's really weird. But we're going to do a third pass, probably take tomorrow off and Tuesday as well. Oh yeah. I'm sure that I could add a little bit more water, work this up, and it would thicken back up. Because that's just how this works. There's a little bit of it that works like old school soaps. Like Mitchell's Wool Fat will sometimes get really foamy before it beats back down into a thickness. That's just the best way to explain it for me. Just trying to clean everything up. Very mild razor. So we're gonna go a little further. Maddie, if I never told you, thank you for making this soap. Really appreciate it. I do use it occasionally. I hate saying occasionally, but like every soap I have is used occasionally. Unless it just doesn't get used. So that happens as well. But it's definitely a soap I use in the summertime. Like, I think it was even on my top 10 soaps can't wait to use this summer. Oh yeah. Whew. Face is feeling chilled. Alright guys, y'all know the drill. We'll be right back after the rinse up. Alright, we're back guys. I forgot to alum, and by the time I realized when I was done rinsing, I'm like, you know what? Wipe up the sink a little. I was like, we're not gonna put the alum on, it's fine. We don't need to do it today. That's part of my regular routine lately, but it is what it is. We are going to, this is a citrus balm with some green coloring from Maddie. It's toxic waste, which I think that's what he calls it. Yeah, toxic waste. And he named it that because that's always what he calls Haga. And I believe that's what Matty used today when he used his MLS lemon lime, which is good stuff. So I just take it and I beat it against my... Some people take the restrictor out. I don't. I just leave the restrictor in and I pop it into the palm of my hand. It works fine for me. But this is mentholated as well, I believe. Very citrusy. There's a kind of like a lemon drop citrus, like, you know, the candy lemon drop. That's what it reminds me of. You know, old school candies, like grandma candies. Well, the grandma candies generally aren't those lemon drops. They're just old, like grandma candies. So Ecto Cooler, let me know below, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Old faithful TRC DE safety razor with the Lord blade. We'll at least use it one more use because that's the thing. 2 uses. We're done with all blades right now, and we're going through blades, man. That's the objective of this channel. There we go. Y'all have a wonderful week, and I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and I'll catch you guys later this week.